everybody. It's Heather with Diamonds and Dragonflies, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found me. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support. So I am here today with my weekly whip and chat. Whip stands for work in progress, in case you didn't know that. And chat means we're just going to chat about my life, my family, my diamond painting life, all of the good stuff. So without further ado, I am going to show you what I am working on today. So I am continuing to work on Deep Dive from Ever After Diamond Painting Company. If you are unfamiliar with them, please do go and check them out. Their link is below. There is also a discount code for them. This is the picture. It is from Maria William, is the artist. And guys, this kit is gorgeous. I'm going to show you what I finished here in a minute as well. Ever After is a brand new diamond company that opened on April 11th, and she is knocking it out of the park. There's usually around 5 or 6 releases every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yesterday I had a sneak peek for my kit for this week, so make sure you go and check that out. Please ignore the fact that it says that it is releasing on July 20th. That is not true. I was looking at a June calendar. So it is releasing on July 18th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tomorrow, if you're watching this on the day this video comes out. So I am very sorry about that, but you know, apparently I can't read from across the room and notice that I was on the wrong month. So, these kits are amazing. I'm not going to go into all of that because you guys can go back, watch any of the unboxings. There is a playlist below for Ever After Diamond Painting that has all the sneak peeks I've done and any post reviews that I've done, because I have done one on Bovinity. So go check it out. You won't regret it, I promise you. So today, we are going to be working on this one. It is a 55 by 72 centimeter kit. This is my first mermaid, guys. I've never done a mermaid before. So I started out at the top, and let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see this a little better. And I do have my light pad on, so, but as you can see, there's no light shining through because there's no gapping, guys. So I started at the top. I am adding a little bit of extra bling to her crown and tiara. I will be adding some to her jewelry as well. But then I wanted to save the rest of her face for the end, or at least later on. So I jumped down here to work on some of the coral and the seaweed and whatnot. Look at that sparkle, guys. Look at that. It is absolutely breathtaking. So this has turned out so good. I did add some fairy dust, or actually this is called unicorn dust, in to the pink areas to just give it a little, just a little teeny tiny bit. And I added some sparklers into the greenery. And I think it is having an amazing effect, and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up so that I can show you my accessories and we can get ready to diamond paint. I will be right back. Okay, so the first thing that I have that I'm using with this kit is this project bag from Wolfgazer Studios. These are awesome. I have everything in here, extra release papers. I have the inventory sheet. I keep any extra drills because like I have duplicates of some colors. So we've got the extras and the spares in here. I keep the enhancements that I'm using because I'm kind of winging this one as I go through. I just pulled out some enhancements that I had that matched colors in here, and I'm just kind of winging it as I go through. So I just have those off to the side, but all of my accessories fit in this bag, including my trinket tray and my trash pot. So this is my trash pot. It is a mix set from WendyK Designs. Oh, there's a little wet putty on there. This was a custom. Isn't this gorgeous? So you can contact her on Etsy. I do have a discount code for her as well, both for Ever After and WendyK or Dragonfly 10 to save 10% off. And she can do a custom for you. You can say, hey, I saw the beach tray, the mermaid beach tray you made for Diamonds and Dragonflies. Can I have one like it? And she will get you hooked up. And I bought the matching trash pot to go with it. I'm using a pen that kind of matches this whole theme from Créations Morin. This was part of one of my deluxe boxes that I bought earlier this year. I want to say this was either March or April. I'm not positive. It's got some butterflies and stuff up here in the clear resin part, but the colors really matched, so I went with it. I was using a water pen, but unfortunately it broke. So I do have a pen turner that told me to send it to them. They're going to try and fix it for me, so fingers crossed. I've got my Ever After tweezers that I love, and I have my little lily pad from Tracy's DP World. There's a sponge in here. It's a cover minder, and this is great for ABs. You just press your multi-placer down in there once before you start doing your ABs, and you can go for a while without them pulling the putty or leaving any residue on your drills. So I don't keep the lid closed when I'm using it, but I do sit it on top because that makes it keeps the pad from drying out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my cover minder there. Yes, I am using release papers from Bee's Crafty Corner. And, oh, and the putty I'm using this in both my single and multi-placer. This is from last year's Just Breathe event that I hosted. This is Gentle Ocean Shores, and it smells so, so good. But it went along with all the things beachy here. So I am going to go, my putty seems to be a little dry. So I am going to go, we're going to just take the tweezers and pull it out. There we go. And then I'm gonna go ahead. I have like butchered this putty. So it's like really, really torn up. I'm gonna pull my tripod. Give me a second. We're gonna move forward a little bit. There we go. I think that's better. All right. And then I just push down into the putty, kind of wiggle it like a cookie cutter to separate it, and then I usually fold it over a little bit, the excess on the one side. Make sure it's down in both corners really well, and I'm going to leave it like that for now, and I'll go with it if I need to trim some off. And then I just push my single placer down into the putty, push it down with my finger, and then carefully pull off any extra. All right. I'm a putty girl. I do have wax, other alternative wax that I use from time to time because I feel like it and I want to support a small shop, but I am pretty much a putty girl. All right, we're going to put that there. I need the lid off for my trash drills. Not that I get a whole lot. And we're going to be a little different. I'm going to start smack dab in the middle here because I've just got some issues moving this around, and I still don't have this in focus or that you can see. Okay, I think you can see it now. As you can see, I'm using two different size release papers. So you know what? Let's just open one section today. That's just what we're going to do. All right. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this one off and I'm going to place it kind of over here. I didn't want to cut up my mermaid scale paper, and I didn't buy any of the half sheets or quarter sheets that you can get. So I just overlapped, and I had two different sizes with this. So that just worked well with me. All right. So this kit I'm using, this is the kit I kitted up my the Art Dot trays that I had shown you guys and unboxed from Art Dot a couple of weeks ago. I'm actually really enjoying them. I have a few tweaks to give them, but I would definitely kit up into these again. They need a tower, plain and simple. That will make things a lot better. But I am actually pretty impressed. All right, let me see. What color do I want to work on? Let's work on purple. So let's work on this part of this. Where I'm looking for my symbol. Oh, right on top. Okay. All right. Okay, why does this not want to open today? I am doing it from the right end, am I? Yeah. Okay. I haven't had any problems like this trying to get these trays open. What is going on here? All right, I'm going to have my husband look at that because I don't know what's going on. I wonder if something got stuck in there. Let's pick a different color. We're going to go with X. So Let me grab X. There we go. That one opened. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that one. Oh, that's right. I put these all on wrong. So I'm going to shake this, get my drill lined up, pick up the one that fell out. But they line up really great. They've got some set up on the side for multi-placing, and then you've got your drills there. So I'm actually really, really impressed with them. Color me surprised, because the first set they sent me, yeah, they were crap. All right, so hello everybody. I hope you are all doing well. I hope that the past week has been treating you kindly. It's been a crazy one for me. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So the last thing you guys I talked about was 4th of July. Thank you for all the kind words and comments that were left about my daughter Samantha and her little video clip saying hello. And I'm so glad that you all enjoyed the clip of the fireworks. I was worried that people were going to be like, oh my God, boring. But I got so many comments from people that said, I haven't seen fireworks in years, that it was awesome and amazing to be able to watch them. So I'm so happy that I was able to provide that little bit of enjoyment for you guys. So thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Since then, so Sunday morning following the 4th of July, I woke up with my left arm itching like no tomorrow. I went into the bathroom and I held up my arm and I was looking at my tricep, and I had these humongous red welts is what they look like. And I'm like, oh my God, do I have hives? Am I breaking out with hives? What? I was sleeping. What, why am I having an allergic reaction? I went in, I woke up my husband. I handed him the cortisone. I asked him to please rub it all over because I couldn't reach all the areas. And he did. I took a Benadryl and I came into the art room to start diamond painting. And I was Zooming with the Diamond Tribe, with my Patreon group. And we were sitting there just shooting the breeze and Zooming. And I'm like, yeah, I woke up with this allergic reaction, and I held it up, and like in unison, it was, Heather, that's not hives, that's shingles. Are you kidding me right now? This is not the first time I have had a shingles outbreak. This actually makes number 3 in 3 years. And I was like completely and totally flabbergasted. I was like, are you kidding me? With everything else that is going on in my life right now, you're going to give me shingles too? I was like, okay, I can't deal. I just cannot deal with this. This is just, too much. So, I went in, I did a message to my PCP on the portal. I took a pic, had my husband take a picture. I sent it. I said, my nurse friends are telling me that this is shingles. Can you either confirm or deny that this is shingles? So they got back to me on Monday and said, yes, that is shingles. I'm like, wonderful. And of course, when I woke up on Monday, it had spread even more. I was concerned that I had given it to my husband because he rubbed cortisone cream with his bare hand, on my arm. Fortunately, they told me that it is not airborne. And unlike chickenpox, which is very, very much airborne. So I was like, oh, thank God for that. And they called in an antiviral. She gave me a more potent version than I had received in previous years, because she's like, this looks really bad. And I'm like, yeah, it's the worst it's ever been. I've never had an outbreak this bad. So I started that, and every morning I woke up, anywhere from 2 to 4 new pustules, blotches, whatever. I don't know what you want to call them. But, 2 to 4 more bumps had appeared. The itching was driving me absolutely crazy. and was so bad that it was starting to cause some pain. And on Thursday, I messaged them again because my nurse friends, once again, said to me, why didn't they prescribe steroids too? And I'm like, I don't know. So I contacted on the portal. They set up a video visit for Saturday, and I met with, and it was not my primary care. My primary care happened to be on vacation. So it was the person that was covering her patients. So very wonderful woman. She was very, very kind, very compassionate, explaining a lot of things to me, and said, well, we don't typically prescribe prednisone for it because prednisone is a steroid and it actually makes you more susceptible to infection. But because I had been on the Valtrex, which was the antiviral that they had given me for the shingles, she said, we can give it a try and see how things go. And I was like, okay. So she called it in. I started it that day, and it seemed to really help with the itching. It kind of calmed it down. Well, I spoke too soon because Sunday, the itching came back with a vengeance. So, continued though, going on, Tuesday morning, yesterday, because I'm filming this on Wednesday. So Tuesday morning, I wake up and I have so much pain in my left hand. I can't move my thumb without like feeling like it was broken and you were going to snap it off. It was bad. It was like 9+ pain. So I wake up Kirk. He had taken the day off. He hadn't been feeling so hot the night before. And he went, and I said, I need to go to urgent care. There's something wrong. I mean, I thought I had dislocated my thumb somehow in my sleep. Well, we get to urgent care, and they're like, well, actually, you do have, your thumb is somewhat dislocated. It's not a complete dislocation, but it is like not in the joint right. So they popped it back in, and he goes, well, I have some bad news for you. He's like, this is an extension of the pain you're having is the nerve pain from the shingles. I'm like, say what? Because if you've been following my channel for any time, you know that I have nerve damage in my right hand from a botched carpal tunnel surgery. So I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And he's like, no. So they put it in a brace, and I came home, and yesterday, the whole day, it was super, 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 super bad. There was nothing else they could give me for pain. I already am on a pain management regimen for my back through my pain doctor. And all they would have prescribed was either like gabapentin or Lyrica or Cymbalta for nerve pain. I am allergic to all of those. They cause massive swelling in my feet to the point where I can't walk. They swell so bad that I can't walk. Did I just put all of those on the wrong symbol? No. Okay. Shoo! All right. I got a little nervous there for a minute. So I was like, oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me here right now. So I came home, my arm was throbbing. I don't know what I would have done without my girlfriends in the Diamond Tribe. Because they kept me occupied, they kept me busy, they kept me not thinking about it. They were so supportive, and it was an amazing time. And a couple other people in the tribe were having a really rough time, and you know, we were just there for each other. And that's one of the things that I love about the Diamond Tribe. There's always someone there for you. And I just noticed I missed a whole row, 2 rows of the U. So we will come back to that in just a moment. I'm doing the baton, right? Yep. Okay. So yeah. Now I woke up this morning. It's sore, but I'm not having the throbbing, burning, stabbing, oh my God, please cut my hand off, make it stop, you know, pain today. So currently we are brace free. I did take the brace off so that my skin can, you know, get some air. I do not have any new, today is the first day of no new bumps. So hallelujah, praise the Lord for that. And they do not look nearly as angry and red and inflamed as they did yesterday morning. So I am now on day 9 from when they started. So fingers crossed that it's going to be smooth sailing downhill from here. So keep your fingers crossed with that. I want to give a shout out to my husband. He was amazing yesterday. He took off, you know, because he wasn't feeling well. And then he spent the majority of the day helping me out and doing stuff for me. So that was just amazing. It was kind of funny. I was on Zoom and I needed to switch out canvases and I asked him to come down and help me. And the girls were like, nice backside, Kirk, because he had to put his butt to the camera. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. So he was a little flattered and embarrassed at the same time, I guess you could say. I am doing a horrible time with missing symbols because I just saw I missed another baton. Oh my God. Okay. This is why I love trays, because I'm not having to dump drills, dig in to get drills, etc. I just grab it, pull the lid off, and boom, I'm done. All right. Now, I am using the sparklers here. Briefly, I'm going to switch back to just diamond painting for a second for this arrow, which is what it's 704 is the given DMC. Well, I have been putting in the sparklers. So I'm going to dump some of these sparklers into my Yellow Dog Missing Stars event tray. And yes, these are round drills on a square canvas. If you checked out my video from Tuesday, I did a video talking about how to enhance your kits from DP with DP with sparklers. So it is a little, I've been told that it turned out really well and that it's a great tutorial for people that are new or unsure or wants to step up their game for, you know, doing enhancements. So go check that out. I don't know how to link shit in the eye, so I'm not doing that. So just go and click on my, either just my most recent videos. It was just this Monday, or you can even, I have a tips and tricks playlist. You can go, there's other informative videos in there too that you might find helpful. So go check that out, and that'll kind of give you the basic beginning skinny on starting to enhance your diamond painting. I am planning on doing something bigger, but oh, you know what? We're jumping and changing subjects here. Okay, let's go back. All right, so I'm talking about my family. I talked to William briefly this week. I did not see him this weekend. Hubby and I did go and see Superman, the new Superman movie. It was good. I am a very big fan of the Henry Cavill Superman movies. I mean, who doesn't want to look at Henry Cavill's chest all day long? I mean, for real. But it was kind of nostalgic, I guess you could say, because the actor, and you'll have to forgive me, I don't know what his name is, but the actor that played Superman actually resembles Christopher Reeve, the original, you know, Superman in the original Superman movies back in the 70s and, well, 80s, I guess, early 80s when I was a kid. So that was kind of fun. They also added, without any spoilers here, I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but there are some elements that are kind of like flashing back to similar things that occurred in the original Superman movie with Christopher Reeve. And I just felt that that was very nostalgic. It was kind of like honoring Christopher Reeve's memory kind of deal with that. I thought that that was a nice touch. As opposed to Man of Steel, this is not a dark movie. This is not a serious, you know, dark, dramatic movie. It was more, I don't want to necessarily say campy, but there were a lot of fun cute elements that you could chuckle about, or, it just wasn't as like Man of Steel, it was like Superman. So, it was more fun. We'll put it that way. It was more of a fun movie. So if you like superhero movies and things like that, I would give it a B+ on the Heather, woo. I don't know what's going on here. I did not have this. This is the first time I've worked on this kit this week, and I was not having these lid issues last week. I wonder if there was we had a lot of storms and rain over the weekend, and I'm wondering if there was just too much moisture that got in here, and it kind of made like a seal or something on the tray lids. I don't know. So yeah, I do recommend it. It was a lot of fun. It was, and my husband and I just really enjoy going to the movies. That's the one thing that we share, that we really, really love doing, and we hope to continue to do. Now, speaking of my husband, Kirk has been feeling a lot better here as of late. His mood has been better. He has cut back on the drinking massively. We are now 3 weeks into limited drinking, no blacking out, no, hammered, none of that. And I am so grateful for that. And he has been in a much, much, much better mood. He's been making plans for us for the future. Like, he was talking about our anniversary in November. What did we want to do for it? It's going to be 19 years of marriage. Or do we just want to do something low key and start saving for next year's anniversary, which will be our 20th? The simple fact that he is even discussing or thinking about an anniversary a year and a half from now is mind-blowing, because that is not my husband. So I'm pretty excited about that. Pretty excited about that. He's been a little more affectionate, kind. It's been a very big change in the house. I try not to get too excited, because we've kind of been there before. Not to this extent. It is definitely a lot more, in a lot more positive than other times overall. But for me to actually ask him on Monday, I said, well, did you have a good day? And he's like, yeah, actually I did. I had a really good day. And I was like, that's awesome. I haven't heard him say something like that in years, literally. So that was really positive. Obviously, this does not mean that all of our problems are fixed, but at least things are stabilizing. I guess that's the best way to put it at the moment. So I will take it. I will take it. You know that saying, happy wife, happy life? I feel like in our house that's reversed. Happy hubby, don't want to put him in a cubby, kind of thing. And yes, I just made that up right now, off the top of my head. So feel free to laugh at me. I give you all permission, because that was pretty lame. But, the 50th anniversary of Jaws is coming out in August. And I've mentioned before that is one of my favorite movies. And we bought tickets to go see it. They've remastered it. And it's coming back to the theater. And so we did get tickets. I was excited because they were free on our Regal app. Sometimes when they do those special re-releases, it's not included in our passes. So I was excited that it was. So it cost us $1 to buy 2 tickets, which was amazing. So yeah, we're going to see it Friday, August 30th. I am super stoked. Very excited about next week. So next Wednesday, Kirk and I are taking a trip to Philly to go to a comedy club to see one of my favorite comedians that I have been watching on Instagram for a few years now. His name is Charles McBee, and he is hilarious. He is roughly the same age as me and my husband. He likes to talk about a lot of, oh my God, how did we survive? You know, kind of things because of the stuff we did then that you would never do now. And no matter how crappy my day is, I can just put on some of his shorts and watch them, and I'm instantly laughing. I'm laughing. I'm feeling nostalgic. It's very positive. Kirk likes him too, that's just amazing in itself that we both actually like the same comedian. So I do not remember ever going to a comedy club, but I was informed by my ex that we did once. Obviously, it was not that memorable, and I couldn't even tell you who we saw. To be honest, he couldn't either. So obviously, it was not a memorable experience. But this is the first time that Kirk and I have done anything like this. And so I'm very excited. We are going to stay overnight. So we're making it a little overnight trip because it is a Wednesday. And Philly is about an hour and a half from us. So we didn't want Kirk, we know it's going to be a late night. We didn't want to have to drive home an hour and a half and then he go to work the next day. So he took off. So it's like a mini midweek little getaway for us. So we we got a nice hotel to stay in. I mean, not like super nice, but not like Motel 6, kind of thing. In downtown Philly. So I'm excited. I've only been to Philadelphia once, which might seem kind of odd since it's only an hour and a half away. We took the kids and Kirk's mom like 15 years ago and went and saw the Liberty Bell and did Independence Hall and all that kind of thing. And we had a great time. We just, it's just not something we think about going back and doing. So I'm kind of excited. I don't know if we'll do any exploring on Thursday, the day after we check out of the hotel. So we haven't really talked about that. So I don't know if we will do any exploring or anything like that, but I'm super excited. I'm really looking forward to it. Kirk is really looking forward to it. William is coming and staying after work. He does not work his second job on Wednesdays. So that worked out perfect. So he's just coming to our house after work and staying here so he can feed the dogs, let them out, take care of them. He'll give them breakfast and let them out in the morning. And then we will be home sometime mid-afternoon or so on Thursday. Before we leave on Wednesday, Kirk has an appointment with the pulmonologist to go over his recent lung CT that he had. They found a few things and it was kind of like inconclusive. Like, okay, well, we see these, but we're not sure whether or not we should be concerned. And their suggestion was, oh, well, we'll check it again in a year. Oh, hell no. Hell to the no. You're not going to tell me that you find spots and, things on my husband's lung x-ray and you can't tell me what it is, but say, well, we'll just monitor it and look at it next year. No. Not happening. So I am going with Kirk and we are going to insist that they do some follow-up testing until we get, some sort of better than let's just check it in a year. Now, if they had said, let's monitor this and check it in 3 to 6 months, I might not be as, are you kidding me right now? But, not a year. No. Too much can happen. Too much can grow. We're not doing that. That's not going to happen here. Heather says no. So my anxiety, my husband's anxiety, cannot take that. He has been concerned. He has been concerned. It's worrying him. And yeah, we're not doing that. Okay, so the next color I'm doing is an AB. So I want to show you how the lily pad works. So I just pull this off. I mean, it twists on, but like I said, I just sit it on there. And I'm just going to dab a couple of times my putty down in there. And then I just go and pick up my drills. Maybe I'll pick up my drills. There we go. I pick up my drills and bam. Oh, look, I can't put them down straight, but you know, there we go. No sticking, no pulling my putty out. And you guys saw that this is brand new putty that I just put in my tray. I haven't really done a whole lot with this, and typically it would need to, oh, I got dog hair in it. That's lovely. Okay. Typically, you know, I would have to have, my putty would have to be in my multi-placer way longer. You do not have to dip it every time. I do it after every few. You can dip your single placer in. Now, for those of you, I'm using a 6 placer. I can get an 8 placer in there, but for those of you who are crazy and do 10, 12, 15, she did come out with a large lily pad that accommodates those sizes. And I picked up too many drills for there. We'll put it over there. Okay. So that's how it works. Yes, you can go get yourself a wet paper towel. You can get yourself your own sponge. But this is cute, fun. I throw it in my project bag and I'm good to go. And as long as I leave that lid on, this will stay wet for a day or two. It's just if I leave it exposed to the air. So I love them. I bought a whole bunch. They're $5 a piece. She's got frogs. She's got pandas. She's got cats. She's got unicorns. I think there's an axolotl. She's got all kinds of stuff. And designs and everything that you can get from her. I did recently see that she is sponsoring the Oz and Og event next month. So she's got a putty bundle that I think includes a lily pad with that. So you should go check her out. I do have a discount code, Dragonfly10, and it is down below. So you should go and check out Tracy. She's amazing. She's got great putty. I just happen to not be using, I didn't have a scent that I wanted to use with a beach theme. So that's all. There's no reason other than that why I'm not, you know, using her putty or whatever. So I'm using her lily pad. So you should go check her out. She's got cover minders, the lily pad. She's got putty. Great small shop. Absolutely amazing individual. She is so giving to the community. You just can't go wrong with Tracy. She does have a Facebook group. I'm not sure if I have that linked below in my description. But if you just go and put in Tracy's DP World, it'll pop up in the search bar for... And I say that because I'm probably not going to remember to put it in down below. So, not that I don't want to. I already know I'm going to have to put a whole bunch of links and I don't remember. What were we talking about? Oh, my husband is long. No. Okay. I need to have an ultrasound. I think it's scheduled for Friday when we get back, but I'm not 100% positive. But I need to have an ultrasound on my legs. I'm having a lot of swelling in my feet, and they're checking for venous insufficiency to see if there's not enough blood and water circulation getting to my feet. It can be a very common thing for people that are diabetic. I am type 2 diabetes, have been for quite a few years now. Now my A1C is fairly well controlled. I need to actually go and get it checked. I haven't had it checked in a few more months than I'm supposed to wait. I think it's been about 5 and I'm supposed to get it done every 3, so I am slacking. I do still need to contact Hershey Medical Center to get my imaging and stuff set up. So I've called a couple of times and I've been told on the video or on the recording that you are number 19 in line. Yeah, I'm not waiting that long. and it doesn't give me the option to like for a callback. So I don't want to say we're playing phone tag because we're not, because they're not calling me back. But yeah, so I'm just going to keep trying. I will get a hold of them eventually. My hips and back are not going anywhere. So, so I do need to do that and take care of that. I think for the most part, that's pretty much everything for me. Hubby and I have been playing DDO a lot more. We haven't, well, we played a little on the weekend. We didn't play much during the week last week, but we did play a little on the weekend. He was really busy doing massive yard work, and he was just tired. He was hot, and he just wanted to, he likes to play first-person shooters, so he just wanted to go kill things and shoot things, and he's like, can we game tomorrow? I was like, honey, that's totally fine. So that's what we did. So I think that's pretty much it about me and Kirk. I talked about William briefly. He's coming here. He's excited because with the student loan consolidation, he doesn't have a payment until August. So what he has done is the money that he was going to use to pay for his student loans this month, he is getting some work. He needs to have his like 80,000 mile service or something. I don't know what mileage it is, but he needs to have, you know, a mileage done or service done on his car for just regular maintenance. And he needs to get it inspected before August. So he's utilizing that money to do that. And then whatever's left, he's either going to pay off a credit card with it or just throw some money at one of his credit cards to pay off, trying to help reduce his debt. So I'm very proud of him. He is working super, super hard to do that. And I couldn't be more happy. Emily is doing all right. She's having a couple of issues at her new job. She's working them through. If you are in the Diamond Tribe, you know what I'm talking about. I'm respecting her privacy by not going into any detail. She will be okay. She's strong, she's smart, she's intelligent, and I know that she will be able to work the problem and figure it out. She's young in her field. I mean, she just graduated with her bachelor's degree or her master's degree. You know, this is her first quote unquote real job as a clinical psychologist. So I'm sure she is going to be just fine. She's enjoying doing yard work at her house that she's sharing with her 2 college roommates. My granddog, Boo Boogie, is doing just fine. Oh, I guess I didn't say anything about Atlas and Rhea. Atlas is still an asshole. Rhea is still a silent ninja assassin, but they are doing just fine. Other than me wanting to throw Atlas out the window if he does not stop the incessant barking. But Boo Boogie, or Juno, aka Juno, my granddog, she is doing fantastic. It cracks me up that anytime we're FaceTiming and I'll go and say, you know, oh, Boo Boo, do you want to come see Grandma? Her ears perk up and she literally grabs her leash and runs to the front door. Like, are we going? Come on, Mom, we're going to see Grandma. You know, I actually feel like to a point it's kind of mean. I feel like I'm teasing her. But you talk about it making you feel loved and appreciated, you know, that my granddog is excited and wants to go see Grandma. So I love her to pieces. She is such a bug. So yeah, the kids are doing great. Sammy's fine. I have not seen or talked to her actually since the fireworks. There we go. So we will probably, when we get back from, not the weekend we get back from Philly, but probably the following weekend, we will either go down and see her or we will bring her up here. We'll do something and go spend some time with her. So yeah, so the rest of the family's doing really, really good. Everybody's healthy for the most part, happy for the most part. No major catastrophes. So, you know, it's just me and my shingles. That's the major catastrophe for this week. So let's switch over to my diamond painting life. So what do we have going on? I am making very good progress with all of the kits that I am working on actively right now. That would include this kit, which I am doing for the Ever After summer event that started July 1st and runs till the 31st. I am absolutely loving working on Ever After kits. They are phenomenal. Guys, you gotta, don't just take my word for it. Go buy one. You are not going to regret it. And see, this is why I use the lily pad, because I was not doing my dabbins. And so now it's messing with my putty. So let's give a little dip again. And yep, there we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. I am also working on Capricorn Teacup by Hazeleel Art from Bella Art Diamonds. I am using that kit for Bella Christmas in July, and for What's Your Sign that Black Dahlia is doing. I am almost done. I have 6 sections left to do. So I will most likely finish that kit next week. The other kit that I am actively working on right now is my Randall Spangler Lazy Day for my 100th completion since January of 2024. So I have that. I am down to 6 sections, I think. No, 8. 8 sections on that. But that kit is going super, super fast. So I'm pretty sure that I could probably finish that next week as well. So fingers crossed on that. Sorry, I'm looking for a color. Here we go. So that will be amazing and awesome. That is also the oldest, well, second oldest Spangler in my collection. My oldest Spangler is Pajama Day, and I could not locate it. So it's here somewhere, but I just couldn't find it. I didn't have the ability, with my physical issues to go searching for it. So I just, I came across Lazy Day. That was number 2. So it was like, okay, that's the one we're doing. So we're just going to go and we're going to do that one. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. I got to get my putty situated. All right, there we go. I'm also working on Night Garden from Diamond Art Studio UK. That is for the Diamond Tribe's July paint along, which was bees, butterflies, or dragonflies. That is 1/3 of the way done. It's small. I could knock that out in a day, literally. That one I could just knock out in a day. So I've been just kind of taking, my time if I'm downstairs, and because that's my downstairs kit. So I have that one downstairs. So if I'm downstairs and I want to sit and diamond paint for a few minutes and stuff, then I can sit and knock out a section in, just a few minutes. So that has been, those are all going well. I will have next week, there will be a update on my temperature project. I did get that all caught up. So that video will be coming out and you guys will get to see it. It looks so good, guys. So, so, so good. I was so excited. I do need to place another order with DP with Sparklers to get more of the background drill that I'm using, because I am starting to run out and I don't want to get to a point where I don't have any more, but I need it. That would bug me. So that's going really well. My mystery kit for the Mystery Mania event that the Diamond Tribe is doing, It's my second one. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. It's the Bonnie White Mystery Kit that Dak released, and I love it. I love working on mystery kits. I have no more than 5 sections a week that I'm allowed to do for how we're breaking it up. It's for a little just break in the background. It is not meant to be your primary focus. Everyone is loving it. I have had zero complaints from anyone in the tribe about the Mystery Mania. I mean, it was only supposed to be like a 6-month event that we were doing. They're like, can we just keep going? Can we just get another one and just keep going and going and going? And I was like, all right, that's what we'll do. So that's what we are doing. We are going to, they want to continue it into next year. So I think this is just going to be an ongoing thing that we do, is just Mystery Mania. And we'll keep doing it until there's not enough people to actively warrant the effort, the prizes, and the keeping of the records and whatnot that I have to do. So that is just going to be an ongoing thing. And you can join at any time. You kind of work on your own pace. You just have certain things. I have a bunch of videos about them, so you can go back and search for them and look to get all the details. You can also message me, send me an email, and I'd be more than happy to provide information. But you do have to be a paid member of the Diamond Tribe. $5 a month. That gives you access to doing the events. So, and that money just rolls into the prizes that I buy, paying for the Zoom subscription, etc. There's a link to the Patreon down below. We just had a whole bunch of new people join. I'm very excited getting to know them. I so appreciate the support for the channel. And yeah, it's a great thing. Great group of women. Great group of women. Men are welcome. We just haven't had any. So, but yeah, so that's going really, really well. I finished a mini dazzle. I'm hoping if I can get some of these done, because July is a pretty long month, that if I get any done earlier, that maybe I might be able to go back to working on my Mooney Maid kit so that I can finish with the stars and get that kitted down. So I can start on things for August. So what do I have? What am I looking at in August? Well, August is going to kind of be a slowdown month. I am going to be participating in one paint along and one event. The paint along is going to be summer themed. It's the Diamond Tribes. It's my own paint along for the Diamond Tribe. The other event is I am for the first time doing the Mic-a-thon that JeniRose Designs is hosting from August 1st to August 31st in her Facebook group. She does this every year. She's been doing it for a while. She is a huge Michaelgelina fan. JeniRose does sublimation and has tumblers. She also recently got into doing some release papers and cover minders, and she's just an amazing human being. She's very thoughtful, very kind, very sweet, and she told me about her event, asked me if I was doing it. I was like, I actually do not own a Michaelgelina. So I did go and look, and I fell in love with Shaylee. So there were 3 that I liked: Shaylee, Asana, and Kenya. And I'm not saying that right. It was one that was more of like an Egyptian outfit that came out recently. Well, they were all out of stock. So I put up notifications. Well, a couple weeks go by and I get notification that Shaylee is back in stock. Well, I got super excited. I bought it, put it in my cart, and the next day I receive a refund notice from Diamond Art Club that they couldn't find a Shaylee for me, apparently. So they refunded my money. So I was not a happy camper. Well, a few days go by and I see someone selling on D-Stash Asana. So I did go and pick her up. She has arrived. So thank you very much. And literally the day she arrived, Dak did another like small, like, oops, we found one of this and one of this and one of this in the warehouse. And one of them happened to be Shaylee. So I tried again. Well, Shaylee has arrived. She is in my house. So now I have 2 Michelangelinas. Plus, then they released one for the Christmas in July, which look for that. That will be happening next week too. There will be a DAC haul for the Christmas in July. So you guys can see the kits I picked up this year from the Christmas in July sale. So now I have 3 Michelangelinas in my house at the moment. So I was really excited. I'm looking forward to doing that. I wanted to make it low-key. I really need to start on a Christmas present, the Notre Dame Nights that I'm doing for my son for his birthday and Christmas. So I am planning on kitting that up and starting that. What kit am I doing for my summer paint-along, you might ask? I'm doing those gnomes that I sneak peeked yesterday. So that will be my paint-along kit for the month of August. So lots and lots and lots of things that are going on and happening. I am trying to take it easy, focusing a lot on my mental health, my physical health, my marriage. And so far, knock on wood, so good. You know, so far so good. I'm happy with how things seem to be progressing right now, and hopefully they'll stay that way. Trying not to stress about a whole lot of things. So I'm just going to kind of keep on keeping on. Hubby bought tickets for next week for us to go to the movies when we get back from Philly to go see the new Fantastic Four movie. So we will be doing that next week. So next week's Whip and Chat, I'm going to try to have go up on Thursday. We leave on Wednesday morning, so it'll all be a matter of if I get a chance to film earlier. If not, I might have just a different video, and there might not be a Whip and Chat next week, and we will just catch up and possibly have a little bit longer of a Whip and Chat the following week after I get back from Philly. I will most likely, though, throw up a short saying hi from Philadelphia and, you know, just drop in to see you guys. So I will keep you up to date on that. So guys, I have almost finished this piece of coral here. I'm going to finish putting, I've got like 5 drills to put in here. While I finish this up, what have I been watching, listening to, or reading? Well, I'm not reading anything. I've been trying to find some new creators to listen to as well. I've checked out a few that I was kind of they just weren't really for me. That were recommended by tribe members. You know, we all have our preferences, what we like, what we don't like. I'm no different. One of them I did like, so I am going to be checking her stuff out a little more, and that was Elisa Marie Designs. So I am going to be checking her channel out and watching a little more. I jumped into a live that she did last night, actually. And, oh, I have more of this. So I am going to be checking her out a little more. If there's anyone else that you would like or you really like and want to recommend for me, let me know. I would love to go and check out their channels and see if I like their content and what they are doing. Now, I will say, and I'm going to preface this just to start with, and please do not be offended by me saying this. I am not interested in watching anyone who freely does like all the time and promotes doing, and what I mean by promote doing, like they're constantly showing what, like Temu haul diamond painting kit videos. I don't mind side projects from Temu, you know, like coasters, bookmarks, you know, that sort of thing. But I do have a problem with a lot of the stolen artwork situation and the super cheap, you know, really poor quality diamond paintings. So, you know, that is my personal opinion. You guys are all welcome to your own, obviously. So please no nasty or hateful comments. Just, you know, if it happens to be a creator that 90% of what they do is, you know, unlicensed artwork, just don't share them, okay? Because I don't want to waste my time going to their channel to watch it to see that that's what they're doing. It's not an elitist thing or anything like that. I just really believe in supporting artists, and it bothers me. So please just respect that of me when you are making any suggestions. I did find out watching the Crafty Diamond, I do follow her. She is hosting an event in September. It runs to the middle of October. It is the first, to my knowledge, Fanera event. She has artwork with the one with the diamond art, which I have an affiliate code for, and with Diamond Painting Shop, which I have purchased some kits from them. I have not done one yet, though, so I can't speak as to, I haven't even unboxed it, so I can't speak to its quality or anything like that. I did not put a tray lid on right. There we go. So I am going to be participating in that in September, and then I will also be doing the Ann Stokes event that Black Dahlia Diamond Art is hosting in September. And then, of course, it's Wickedly Witchy, which is my Frankly Spooky. We just gave it a different name this year. It is the Halloween event that I run for the Patreon, for the Diamond Tribe, from September 1st to October 31st. You can participate at a minimum of $5 a month. To be able to, there are prizes every week. There is grand prizes, and we have a lot of fun. There will be lots of fun event-themed items that you can pick up. So go check it out. It is the perfect time if you have considered wanting to, you're interested in checking out the Diamond Tribe. This is a perfect time. You can jump in with doing an event and see what it's all about. Last year, Frankly Spooky brought in 2 or 3 new Patreon members that have been with me ever since. So, you know, you don't like it, you drop out. You know, your waste was $5. There you go. But maybe you want a prize, and then it's not a waste at all. So, you know, look into it, check it out, see if that might be something that you would be interested in doing. And I just put that on the wrong symbol. I'm not doing J, Heather. You're doing K. Okay. I've been binge watching Last Man Standing. I'm on season 7 when it was picked back up after being canceled. I'm enjoying it. Not as much as I did. I really preferred the original. Oh my gosh, what is her name? The black-haired daughter that's it's Mandy. I miss the original Mandy, but I guess apparently it sounds like they had canceled the show. She signed on with some other projects and then was not free to film Last Man Standing again. So they had to replace her. I'm not very fond of the replacement. But I'm loving everybody else. And I love the show. I love Tim Allen. I think he's really, really funny. So that's what I've been watching. I did watch the Meg 1 and 2 over the weekend again. So that was fun. But that's about it. So that's kind of it for me, guys, for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Leave me a comment down below. You know, and let me know. What do you think? Have you tried Ever After? Are you interested in Wickedly Witchy? Let me know if I should do a event video announcing it with all the details. So if anyone is interested in joining, they can. You know, tell me whatever you want to tell me. Leave me, if you made it all the way to the end, let's leave a mermaid emoji or a starfish. So a starfish or a mermaid, oh my gosh, emoji down below. Guys, until next time, please remember that without the dark, we'd never see the stars. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys. Love y'all. Bye.